Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about transfers and massive transfers at that after some of the recent rumours and murmurings on Twitter. So let me know your thoughts on these down in the comment section down below and whether you think any of these are going to happen, etc. as we go through it. If you do enjoy it, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and make sure you go and follow us on Twitch to see all of our live streams. But today we're going to be talking mainly about Ronaldo and Mbappe. So to start things off, let's talk a little bit about PSG this summer. They may have had one of the greatest transfer windows of all time in terms of fees spent for the players that they have actually managed to accrue. Now, wages obviously exist, but we're going to ignore those for the minute. I'm sure many, if not all of you, know who PSG have signed this summer. We've obviously got Hakimi, who came in a big deal from Inter Milan. And then we've got all of the freebies. So we start off with Jorginho Wijnaldum, who looked set to be going to Barcelona up until the last minute when PSG basically came in and reportedly offered pretty much double the wages for him to go there. So he ended up just going to PSG. In hindsight, what a decision, because one, he now gets to play with some of these outrageous players, and two, Barca are in a financial crisis and maybe he wouldn't have even been able to sign. So crazy, really, for Wijnaldum to go there. Then we got Sergio Ramos going on a free as well. Real Madrid captain, finally ending his time there. And in a similar situation to the next player that we'll talk about, he didn't really want to leave, by all accounts. He was ready to sign a new contract and stay with them for at least another year. But then it turns out that an expiry date happened. And so then the renewal option for his contract went, and it wasn't really possible to sign a fully new one. And so he ended up leaving. And now PSG have got a free Real Madrid captain. They also managed to pick up Gigi Donnarumma, one of the most up-and-coming goalkeepers that could genuinely play for them for at least a decade. Like, potentially even a decade and a half. So outrageous for them to be able to pick him up on a free as well. And then the big one. PSG obviously got Messi, who it still hasn't sunk in. If you don't know me, then obviously I'm from and born in Leicester. They are my home team. But ever since the 2002 World Cup, that's basically when I fell in love with football because of one man and one man only, Ronaldinho. I then watched us play against Barcelona in a pre-season friendly in 2003 when we moved into our now current stadium. And ever since then, I followed Barcelona and supported them because of Dino. And so I've seen the growth of Messi throughout all of this time. And obviously now as a fully supporting Barca fan, I've been to see them a handful of times. And it's crazy to see how the club has got into the situation it has. The Messi scenario is mad. And it's been a long time coming. They basically got to a situation where even if Messi could, which he couldn't, even if he could have played for free this season, they still would have been over the wage cap. So it's mind-blowing how bad a scenario they're in. They can't register people like Aguero because they're still over the salary cap. It's crazy. So Messi was basically forced out of the club. It's very well documented. We've all seen it at this stage that he wanted to stay desperately. The club wanted him to stay desperately. But the only way that they could facilitate it was accepting a deal with La Liga in which they basically had to pay part of their TV rights off for like 50 years, which is crazy. And so in the, not exactly the twilight of his career, but getting towards the latter stages of his career, Messi still wants to win massive amounts of silverware, individual awards, team trophies, etc. And so he has come out and said he wants to challenge Dani Alves, to be the most decorated footballer of all time. Alves actually picking up, I believe it's his 48th bit of silverware with his Olympic gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics just gone, which is crazy. So Messi obviously was going to go somewhere where he could get that. It looked like potentially Man City were an option, but then they signed Jack Grealish. And from what Pepper's come out and said, maybe there's a little bit of regret, although Grealish would obviously be great in the long term compared to Messi. It seems like they said, we think Messi is staying, we like Jack Grealish, we're going for Grealish. And then a couple of days later, turns out Messi's got to leave. So maybe he would have gone to City, but instead he ends up at PSG, and it still looks wrong, right? I know that he's number 30, like when he joined Barca, and it's a new chapter in his life and everything, but maybe it would look right if he was number 10. I still think it'd be a bit bizarre, but seeing Messi in that kit, obviously he doesn't play yet and probably won't play for, it's reported that he's going to start his first game in about 2 weeks, or at least play in his first game in about 2 weeks. It's still going to be bizarre. However, the front three of PSG is now Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. That's potentially one of the greatest front threes that we've ever seen. And it's directly in comparison with the Messi, Suarez, Neymar, which I don't think Mbappe's at the level that Suarez was at in that era, but obviously has the potential to get to that level and potentially exceed it. However, this is where things may potentially now get interesting. There are many rumours coming out right now that Real Madrid are interested in Mbappe, and these are basically facts at this stage. Every single high-level reporter is basically saying that, yeah, eventually Mbappe's ending up at Real Madrid. It just seems to be all but confirmed at this stage. Now, whether it's this summer, next summer, even 2 years from now, we don't know. But it seems it's inevitable. Mbappe to Real Madrid will happen. So there are now current rumourings with Mbappe getting towards the end of his contract that Real Madrid are willing to pay for him this summer, which is a little bit surprising to me, because if Barcelona are in such a mess, Real Madrid surely can't be too far away from being in a similar situation when it comes to wage caps and everything like that. Obviously, they haven't got someone like Messi, but the fact that Barcelona are over it without Messi, without registering Aguero, you think that if Mbappe comes in, they're going to be in a similar situation. So that would surprise me. However, there are, again, rumours coming out right now that that is the case, that Madrid are interested in signing Mbappe, and that because of his contract situation, he'd be about 150 mil. Now, there are also other rumours that Mbappe wants to talk to the ownership of PSG and everything like that and discuss moving on towards Real Madrid. Now, this is all a little bit crazy, to be honest, to me, because, one, you know that you're going to end up there anyway, right? It's, as I say, it's basically inevitable. You're going to be a Real Madrid player. Would you not want to stay for one more year and play with, Ramos and Messi, etc. in your team, potentially win everything that PSG can win, do a quadruple or quintuple if it's possible in the French league, and win that Champions League with this basically FIFA team? It's like they've gone onto career mode on FIFA and just signed every single player they can because it's a video game. So would you not want to stay for that 1 year to experience that? In my mind, surely you would. Because even if you then don't sign your contract, right, an extension, you go to Real Madrid and it's even more guaranteed because it'll be so much easier for them to get you from PSG. And you won't be locked into anything like the Harry Kane situation where it's a gentleman's agreement and all that, but he locked into a 6-year contract, right? So it's very difficult for him to move on. Now, the question is, if Mbappe does move this summer, will PSG target Cristiano Ronaldo? I can't even believe that I'm saying it. They've already got Neymar and Messi in a front three. Just imagine a world where Ronaldo is added to that. Not only do we finally get to see Messi and Ronaldo play in the same team, it's what so many people around the world have wanted forever. You add Neymar into the mix, who is arguably the third best player in the world. My goodness. I mean, if they did do that deal and didn't win literally everything that is available to them as a club and break records in every competition, questions would need to be asked. So, again, there are rumours going around right now that it is the case that PSG are willing to sell Mbappe and then bring in Ronaldo. However, there are now contrasting reports from very well-respected journalists saying that Ronaldo is staying and PSG do not have him as an option or have any kind of interest in him. However, we know that things change, right? Up until about 24 hours before Messi was announced that he was leaving, he'd signed a contract. He was staying, right? And then all of a sudden La Liga basically said to Barca, no, this isn't happening. You're not allowed to do this. And so he was forced out the door. The contract was done. It was ready. He was a Barca player again, after obviously being a free agent for a little bit. He'd signed a new deal for like 3 years or whatever it was. So things in football change very quickly. Again, the same with Ramos. He was looking like he was staying, then suddenly he's at PSG. Is there a chance that the same thing happens with Ronaldo? I mean, Ronaldo wouldn't cost an outrageous amount of money for a transfer fee. Obviously, his wages would be insane. But PSG haven't spent money on transfer fees. They're spending it on wages, sure, but not on transfer fees. They've only bought Hakimi. Everyone else has been on a free. So, my question to you guys is, one, would you like to see this happen? Would you want to see Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar? Or do you think that it is just stupid at that point that PSG can basically do whatever they want? And also, do you think that there is actually any possibility of it happening, not just this summer, but maybe next year, right? I don't know if Ronaldo has 1 or 2 years left on his contract, but let's say he only has 1 year and next summer he's a free agent. Do PSG sign him then? Messi will still be there, right? He signed a 2-year contract with a 1-year extension. Neymar's still going to be there. He signed a new contract this summer. Mbappe will be going to Real Madrid. So maybe not this year, but next year? I mean, it's genuinely unthinkable that a team may have that kind of just GOAT tier players in one side. Like, even if you discount Messi, you discount Ronaldo, Neymar is up there with one of the greatest players of this generation. There are a lot of people that find him frustrating to watch with, like, going down easily and stuff like that, petulance, etc. But you've also just signed a generational goalkeeper in Donnarumma. You've signed one of the best defenders in modern football in Sergio Ramos. It's crazy. As I say, they are playing a video game in real life, PSG. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on something like this. And also, whether you would like to see more discussion on transfer type videos in the future. Because I really enjoy making basically any kind of content for this channel. But obviously, I want to make videos that you guys want to watch and you find entertaining. So I would love to hear your feedback. Please put it in the comments section. But if you did enjoy this one, thumb it up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.